I tried to record this video 3 times already. I wanted to come back on here and give you guys an update of how I have coped through the last year of my life after losing my mom. We are rapidly approaching the year anniversary of her passing, and instead of being super sad about it, I don't want to cry. I really don't, because I feel like I messed up the last video because I was like uncontrollable. Instead of being super sad on that day, I really want to bring some love and some light to that day and to remember my mom, because she was literally the coolest person you will ever meet, would have met in your life, and such a positive person, such a ray of sunshine. She was literally my best friend, my business partner, my mom, you know, best of all, and I'm so blessed that I was able to call her my mom for all those years. I never thought at 28 years old I would ever be sitting here speaking of my mom as a past tense, you know, and that's really sad, and I really don't like to say it that way, but it's the truth. I hope that doesn't seem too harsh. My mom is no longer here, and I guess the sooner I got used to that feeling of it, I guess it was easier to talk about. So I'll let you guys know how I did it. Everybody's coping skills are a lot different, and grieving, you go through a lot of different stages, and for me, I went through like a huge sense of loss right in the beginning, and I still have it now. You go through like an angry stage, and then you go through this stage of where you can talk about it and not cry. I'm not quite there yet because I really do feel my tears building up in my eyes, and I'll put a little piece of the last video that I recorded in here so you guys can see, because that was a complete mess. But I know coping skills are different for everybody. So it took me a while to get to this point, and I'm still going through it on a literal daily basis. Losing my mom has been the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, and you know, if you guys have your parents living, please stop this video right now. Give them a call. Tell them how much you love them. If you don't have a great relationship with them now, it's always good to try. And at least if you don't, you know, at least try to be friends. At least try to be cordial to each other. Because I love my mom and I love my dad, and I wish my mom was here. I wish my mom was here so I could tell her that. But family support has also been a huge thing. You guys know, the day that my mom passed away, I looked at my little sister. We were all in the room while my mom was passing. I looked at my little sister and I said, listen, don't ever feel as though nobody's going to be there to take care of you, because I'll take care of you till the day I die. And family support has been really huge. David has really been such a ray of sunshine for me, such a ray of light. I remember one conversation that my mom had with David while she was sick. She started bawling, crying. She's like, David, you don't understand. I love you so much. You are like the sun. And I was like, you're just saying that because he's light skinned. But we would always laugh over that. She was like, no, he really is a ray of sunshine in my life, your life. I really could see how, you know, David has changed you and changed this family, and just we're very, you know, we've always been a real tight-knit group, but David coming into my family has been such a blessing to all of us. What has helped me get through the past year is flying back and forth to go see my little sister Anaya and my one of my brothers, Andre. He lives in Florida. I would go back and forth to see them once a month, and I took you guys along some of those months with me, and to make sure that her transitioning from having our mom here on earth to not having her anymore at such a young age. She was a senior in high school. I took that was my mission, that was my purpose in life, to make sure that her transition was as easier, as seamless as possible, you know? Imagine when you were 17 years old, you didn't have everything together. You didn't know what to do and how to react to certain things, and you needed your parents to answer certain questions, and she didn't have that. So I tried to make sure that I was a staple in her life, and she can come home and talk to me for that week that I was there, and then I'd be back the next month, you know? So that was one of the coping skills and the family support that I had. I had to make a note because that was all over the place in my last video. every day after that day, I've put things, not that I didn't do it before, but I really put things into perspective and prioritize things. Every time I wake up in the morning, I thank the Lord for another day, and I thank Him that I can roll over and see my beautiful husband every day, and he's such a loving, caring person. I thank Him for my cute little dog. I know that seems so silly, but I really do list the things that I am thankful for. You know, my house, to have great health, to have my twin sister, to have my little sister, my two older brothers, my nieces and nephews. I just thank the Lord for everything that's in my life that makes my life, you know? And I thank Him that I also have a way of expressing myself in other ways that most people don't even really know what to do with themselves or their time. So I really thank Him for that. And I also learned over the year to know that it's okay to have your moment, to have your time. If you're feeling down that day, it's okay to have that time, you know? Losing somebody is not something easy. It's not something that everybody can go through and just be okay. I thought that when my mom passed away, I was going to go right back to work, going to go right back to the gym, going to go right back to being the old Sherelle. But I didn't realize that the old Sherelle is no longer. Like, I'm a new person because it's such a drastic change has happened in my life, and I can't sugarcoat it in any way. I'm not the same person that I was the day before that, 2 years ago. I'm a new evolved Sherelle, I guess you can say. I am a person that loves to think of myself as ever evolving, ever changing. I love to be around people that are like-minded and want to do, you know, want to be in a forward motion. I realize that it's okay to have your time, but just don't be stuck in it. I was never a crier prior to losing my mom. Now I cry at the drop of a dime. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's soft in my heart, whatever it is. But I noticed that it's okay to have your moments. Have your moment. Go wipe your face off and get back to it. It happens. Life happens, and I just realized it's the normal progression in life, and we just have to deal with it in a sense. I have to get used to my new normal. My new normal is not something that I ever thought at my age now I'd be dealing with, you know? And my next point is I draw strength from my mom. I know that she had a beautiful 49 years here on earth, and unfortunately she didn't even get to make it to 50 years old. But I draw strength from her. While she was sick, she never complained, like I told you guys before in my updated video. I'll link that below if you guys didn't see it. She never complained while she was sick. We got the diagnosis. She was like, okay, I'm ready to fight, and we didn't even think that her fight wouldn't have lasted as long as we wanted it to. But I draw strength from her. She is the coolest I wish I had footage of her. She was the coolest person. Like, she was my mom, but also my friend. Like, we would go out and people would be like, are you guys sisters? I'm like, that's my mom, but thanks, that's cool, you know? But I just draw strength knowing that she wants me to do well in my life. I want to make her proud. I want to make my dad proud as well. I want to make my family proud of me. Everything that I do, I always think of that. It's funny because I tell my sister, listen, before you do anything, my twin sister, I'm like, before you do anything, say, what would Sherelle do, or what would Sherelle say? And now I apply that to myself thinking, what would mommy say to do, you know? But that's just one of my coping things too. And like I said, I always count my blessings. And one of the last things that I really want to touch on, we always like to harp on the negative things in life. And I try not to be a negative Nelly. I feel as though I'm a pretty positive person, but I always love to think of the positive things and the great memories that I had with my mom over the years. I had her for 28 years, and I probably remember 25 of them, probably from 3 years old up. And I know we have a lot of pictures here, and I want to go through my pictures and jot down some of the memories that I have so that when I have kids, they'll know who my mom is, because at this point, they won't. And, you know, I can only leave it up to myself that my children will know who my mom was. You know, my sister has 3 kids. She was pregnant with her last child when my mom passed away. And the only 2 that will know my mom is Alea and Callie. And even Callie, he's still so young that he probably won't. So, I just want to replay those memories. If I can record them and, you know, edit into a cute little video one day so my kids can see it and jot some things down so they can read it as well, that is great. But yeah, these are just my coping mechanisms that I've had over the last year. Don't get me wrong, this has been the hardest year of my life. I can get on camera every day and say, hey guys, welcome back. But it really has been a really stressful year, a really trying year for me. I still have those moments. I just had a moment, I think earlier today, where I was like, oh my gosh, I have to call my mom. But I can't, you know, I do get some anxiety over it a lot of the times. I'm gonna cry. David's really good with like calming me down, like breathe, Sherelle, you know, take a minute. If you need to take a minute, take a minute. If you guys have to cry, cry. If you don't want to cry in front of other people, wait till you go take a shower. Cry in the shower. It's the best place to cry. But yeah, just, I don't want to say that it gets easier, because it doesn't get easier. The hurt is still there. It still feels like, it's still super fresh. It still feels like it's right here sitting on my chest. But I know that I have new ways of coping with my new reality. And healthy ways. I go to the gym. You know, I try to take care of myself the best way I know how. I like to take Cuba on nice long walks, and he loves that, of course. I like to talk to my sister about it. She's probably, Shayna and I are like this. Like, she understands. I'll just call her and be like, really? Really? I would call her now, but she's working. But yeah, I just hopefully you guys can see I'm a whole lot better from the year before, but I will put in some snippets of the previous video that I tried to record, because I really couldn't get it together, guys. So this is like the 4th time I've recorded this. But hopefully all is well with you guys. Like I said, if you guys have your parents here still on earth, parents, whoever raised you, your guardians, your aunt, your uncle, whatever it is, your sister, your sibling, whoever it is, please tell them that you love them, that you adore them, and that you thank them for everything that they've shown you in life. Remember, these people are always on your side, always on your team, and if you don't have any of those, you have me. We could be friends, family. We are all family here. Hopefully all is well with you guys. Please remember to be blessed, well-dressed, and not stressed, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. What now? What do I do now? Because we were my mom's caregivers for the time that she was sick, I mean, my whole world revolved around making sure she was okay. If she ate, she was fed, you know, if she had to take a shower, if she had to go to the bathroom, do you need a back rub, whatever it was, do you want me to paint your toenails? I didn't care what it was. I was there for my mom, hand and foot, and I just made sure she was taken care of. Before I even ate, before I even took a shower, before anything, I made sure she was okay. And I'm not sitting here saying that I want a pat on the back, because that's just something that in my heart I needed to do for my mom. I never thought at 28 years old I'd be sitting here looking back on my life saying how I had to come a whole year without my mom being on earth. It's such a sad reality, you know? I was blessed enough that my mom was alive to see me get married, but she never saw my little sister graduate. You know, Shayna have her third baby, my brother get married or have kids. My oldest brother already is married, but she missed that wedding too, and my oldest brother has a son. Hi, Jay. But it's very hard. It's very hard. Every morning I wake up and I just thank the Lord for another day. Even if it's without my mom, I thank Him for another day, and I thank Him that I have such a loving husband and we have a roof over our head, and I have such a cute little dog, and I'm in good health, and you know, my sister's okay, and my nieces and nephews are taken care of, and they all come from loving families. And it probably seems so so trivial, or I'm not even sure of the word, but I just make sure that I count my lucky stars, you know, every single day.